It's a gloomy day. What's up, empaths? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chan. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual mentor here to help empaths uncover their life purpose, access their psychic abilities so that they can align with their most abundant life. Because it all starts with you.
I don't know why I'm yelling, I'm sorry.
Alright, so in today's video, I want to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what it's like inside the Moonblood Magic Masterclass. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit of my story and how I actually accessed more love and harmony in my relationships, as well as seeing a difference in my body, seeing a difference in the emotions that I feel during my period, and also seeing a lot of my old physical pain being released while I incorporated these rituals and practices during my period and the weeks before my period. Now, everything that I share in this video is really just to inspire you to look within and to inspire you to connect more deeply with your emotions and with your body, because your body is infinitely intelligent and it is always communicating with you, especially through physical pain and symptoms and emotions. Now, I need to put out a disclaimer. This is my experience. Of course, I have shared this masterclass with other women, and they have experienced amazing results and a lot of aha moments, a lot of clarity, a lot of guidance, a lot of direction in their life from accessing this magical part of themselves through their period. But remember that this video has nothing to do with medicine. I will not be talking from a medical perspective. I am speaking from a... Sorry. I'm being interrupted because my boyfriend and his dad are firefighters and their walkie-talkie thing goes off a lot, so. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm speaking from a spiritual perspective. I'm speaking from... Oh my God, stop it! I'm speaking from an energetic perspective.
Go on, interrupt me again.
So my intention with this video is for you to have a more easeful and restorative time during your period, because our period is a very, very, very special and spiritual time for us women, and so let's start with a little bit of background story and how the hell I even got on this topic and why the hell I am sharing it with you today. Okay, so I have always had a very difficult time during my period, and I've also known a lot of friends that have had challenging times during their period. So I would have really, really bad cramps, of course, like I would get woken up in my sleep from them. And I had lower back pain and really, really big emotions. A lot of the times it was like rage and anger and deep, deep, deep sadness that would come out during my period. And in the past, what I would do is what I was taught to do by society. I would simply take medicine in order to suppress the pain and then go on with my life. Go to school, go to work, go out and party and do all the things. And I was very much out of alignment. A lot of great things were happening in my life. I was very successful. I had great friends. I was having a lot of fun, but internally I was very dysregulated. Internally, I was suppressing a lot of the different parts of me in order to keep up with the lifestyle that we are shown to keep up with, and to keep up with my friends, and to keep up with society and all the things. So I started to have worse and worse symptoms as time went on. So I would actually have cystic acne for a few years. I think it started in 2020, and yeah, it was really bad. I had cystic acne, very, very, very painful. Very painful. If you know, you know. And I was actually getting even worse cramps. I was even having numbness throughout my legs, which was highly uncomfortable and very painful. And I would just not listen to my body and what it needed from me during my period. I would literally just take medication and go on with life when I didn't want to do certain things, or I was not listening to myself. I was not listening to my own boundaries that my body was trying to place on me. I was just pretty much what a pill does. And this is my opinion. You can have whatever opinion you want. For me, it was like putting a Band-Aid on the wound and not looking at it, but it wasn't really doing anything or healing anything. I just kept putting a Band-Aid on it, right? So anyways, I started to really deepen my spiritual practice, and like when I accessed my psychic abilities in 2020, all of that sparked just a spiritual awakening. So I started to see life from a different perspective, and I started to ask myself deeper questions, and I started to understand that there are hidden truths in every single part of our life. There are hidden truths in our relationships and how we interact with certain people. There are hidden truths in the way we view life and view other people, or maybe the judgments we carry about other people or certain lifestyles. There are extreme hidden truths in the way we feel every day, in the way our body feels every day, in the thought patterns that we think on a daily basis, and even the obstacles or random situations that we tend to attract into our lives. There are hidden truths in there, and there are answers in regards to, I guess, there is a deeper meaning behind the things that we attract and the people that we attract and the circumstances that we attract in our life. And I don't want to go too much in detail on that aspect, because I do talk a lot about the mirror effect of life and how you are a mirror and life is reflecting to you. But just keep that at the back of your mind. So I started to really dive deep into the why. And what is going on with me, and what can I learn more about myself? Because I started to understand the importance of needing to release old subconscious patterns and blockages, emotional blockages and emotional trauma in the body energetically, in order to become available to the things that I wanted in life, right? Which was to have really, really aligned friendships, like to have the kind of relationships and friendships in my life where I can fully be my authentic self. I can talk as deep as I want to talk, and I can talk about all of these spiritual and esoteric concepts, and the other person can actually sit there and understand me and talk with me about it. I also wanted to pursue a career path that was extremely fulfilling for me. I wanted to feel like every single day I was excited to wake up and work on my dream and share and serve humanity and those that I'm meant to serve, and just feel so successful in my mission. And I also wanted to have a very harmonious romantic relationship, you know, the kind that I can be feminine, I can soften, I can just be as the feminine, you know, person that I am, and allow my masculine counterpart to show up for me, to protect me, to provide for me, and to allow me to feel safe in my emotions and in my femininity. And also, I wanted to attract a life that was fun and adventurous and just full of life, because as we know, since 2020, life has been pretty fucked. You know what I'm saying? And if you're awake to everything that's going on in the world, you know that it was really, really rough on us, those that are awake and can see through the BS and can see through the veil. It was hard. So all I wanted was to feel free, and all I wanted was to feel like I was having so much fun and so much joy and just living the best life I could possibly live to the fullest and really be present. Mosquito! See, presence. If it weren't for presence, I wouldn't have been able to kill that mosquito.
I feel really bad though. Sorry, mosquito.
I knew that I needed to do the inner work and the inner shifting in order to release the guilt, the shame, the anger, the resentment, the grudges that I was still holding on to from years ago against my parents, against old friends, against situations in my life that I just keep thinking about right before I'm going to bed, and like I don't need to be thinking about these things that make me feel guilty or shameful. All of these things, these emotional blockages, when we don't hold space for them and we don't look at them, well, what we are doing obviously is suppressing them. And when we suppress them over time, they start to manifest into our reality, and that can be through physical pain, it can be through injury, it can be through physical ailments, it can be in, relationship issues, it could be in just random obstacles, getting into accidents, or like some really big event happening in your life. And that's how your body, your subconscious, will attract situations for you to see what is going on the external so that you can look within. Because oftentimes when we are not looking within, the universe is going to send us a very, 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 very clear situation where we have absolutely no more choice to run from it, and we must face it. So the whole point of me sharing this video with you and also offering the Moonblood Magic Masterclass to all divine feminine souls is because I want you to be able to catch these things early so that you don't have to wait for something big to happen to you for you to understand. It's very, very simple to be able to release old emotions and just stuckness in the body and blockages in the body so that you can finally become available to what you want and what you deserve to have in your life, which is love and abundance and joy and fulfillment and success in all areas of your life. I truly believe that we get to have it all because that's my belief. So that's what I create. All right, so let's get into a little bit now about the hidden truths about our period. So if you go back in time, right, our ancestors were extremely connected to Mother Earth, extremely connected to Father Sky. There was a very deep connection to the elementals and to the animals, and every single thing in their environment was considered to be meaningful, was considered to be wise, was considered also to be a god in some way. And this is how our ancestors were able to receive messages and guidance and clarity and direction in their life because they needed that at the time, right? There wasn't social media and whatever and internet where you can just Google something and get the answer. You really had to be strongly connected to your soul, as well as the people in your tribe, as well as the environment, Mother Earth, and understand the way she communicates through the elements and through the animal kingdom. And during this time, women were not equal to men. And that is kind of obvious. And I think that in today's society, there is a lot of confusion around that. And anyways, not to go into detail on that part, but women were special in their own unique way, right? As a woman, you are a cyclical being. You are not meant to be like a man. You're not meant to be following a certain structure every single day, all day for the rest of your life. You are not meant to go out and hunt and provide and protect. That was never your job. Your job was to create life, and it was to nurture that life, right? Those children, and to teach them the ways of the world and how to live the most abundant life possible, and to really make them into the people, the beings that were then going to be the leaders of the tribe. And as women, when they were on their period, this was a really, really, really exciting time for them. This was a time for them to celebrate when they were on their period. And this was a time when they, as the women of the tribe, would all unite. And this is why our periods sync with other women. It's not for nothing that, your coworkers all have their periods at the same time, or you and your best friends all have your period at the same time if you're always seeing each other, or your mom and you and your sisters, whatever. Because you are meant to be in community with women when you're on your period. The last thing that you need to be doing when you're on your period is isolate yourself. Because you need to be surrounded with other beings who can understand what you are going through and be that life force for you, that container to hold you and support you in everything that you're feeling. This is a time to be extremely connected to yourself, to your womb, to your body, to listen to the wisdom that wants to come through. When you're on your period, the men during this time really idolized their women on their period, because this was a time where, as a woman, your psychic abilities are heightened when you're on your period. And this is wonderful for the tribe. Imagine this, long ago, when you didn't have any sort of information available to you, and your psychic abilities are extremely heightened, and you can understand the symbolism and the messages that the gods above and below are sending you. Well, this is really valuable information that you're going to want to share with your tribe and your family, right? This could be information on where to find food and, shelter, or even the temperature, or any weather things that were going on, or even if they felt like another tribe was coming to them for war or for whatever, for assistance, anything. We all have this ability even now today. And during this time when women are on their period and when you are on your period, it's so important for you to listen to the emotions that are coming through, because the emotions that come through when you're on your period are emotions that tried to show themselves to you the previous weeks, and you most likely neglected them. So when you have a very big amount of shame or guilt or anger or sadness or rage that comes through, it's because it has been suppressed. And this is the perfect time for you to face it. This is the perfect time for you to hold space for your emotions. And I always tell this to my clients, and I also share this in the Moonblood Masterclass, that when you're on your period, you gotta clear your fucking schedule, bro. Because this is a really important time for you to transmute and release a lot of old, stuck emotions in the body, and for you to receive those divine messages from your soul, from your guides, from your angels, from God, from the universe, from anything that you believe in. This is a very important time with extremely, extremely important information. And this period of time, your period, is meant for rest and restoration, for rejuvenation and recharging. If you do not fully rest and recharge and fill up your cup during your period, you will be extremely depleted the weeks prior, and everything's just going to accumulate. The emotions you didn't feel, the stress that you're feeling, the fact that you didn't rest enough or sleep enough is just all going to accumulate. So the more you take time during your period to really honor yourself and honor your body, the easier the rest of the weeks are going to be, and the more you're going to access your psychic abilities and really be able to receive the messages and the insight and the information that you need in order to go through life with ease. So when I started to do this, and I also incorporated specific Moonblood magic rituals and practices in my day-to-day life that I share in the Moonblood Magic Masterclass, which, by the way, if you want to sign up for that, it's in the link in the description box below. Well, it's interesting because my cystic acne cleared. And it wasn't magic. It wasn't after one time. It was, over time of doing this every single month, clearing my schedule, not seeing anyone other than my partner, spending lots of time with myself, listening to my body, not giving myself any medication. And this is your choice. For me, I was like, nope, I'm going to really feel everything that my body feels so that I can fully let it go. And guess what, guys? I no longer have intense physical symptoms during my period. Okay? I don't have leg numbness anymore, and I do not get woken up in my sleep from period cramps. Things that I feel are fatigue, tired, and maybe I'm emotional, but the emotions are not the way they used to be when I would lash out on my partner, or just be ridiculous in some ways, like just so much emotion coming out that I couldn't even function. No, because I have a safe space for me and a container that I created for myself to feel the emotions that I need to feel in order to release them. And it's interesting because the more you face the emotions that come, even prior to your period, the less intense the emotions will be during your period. And it's all about coming back to your femininity, because as a woman, you are an emotional being. You cannot override that. It is a fact. So the more you allow yourself to ebb and flow with your emotions and your energy levels, because you're not supposed to be going up the mountain every single day, you're supposed to go and ride the waves and flow with your emotions and your energy levels. you start to understand yourself a lot better, and things start to clear up in your external reality because you're clearing within. Do you understand how this works? And the interesting thing is why I say that you can harmonize your relationships is because you start to show up differently in your relationships. Because you are taking care of yourself, because you are catering to your emotions and to your body, you don't need some kind of approval or attention or recognition or appreciation from the world outside of you. And when you don't need it from the world outside of you because you're giving it to yourself, the external reality has to match. And when I started to really listen to my emotions, my boyfriend was out of nowhere seeing me, listening to me, validating my emotions, being more supportive, allowing me to do nothing during my period, just leaves me alone, lets me do my thing, doesn't bother me, doesn't trigger me. It's amazing. Like, imagine what would that be like for you if you are in a relationship, to not have your boyfriend piss you off and trigger you during your period. It's not because they are the ones doing it, it's because you're attracting that behavior when you are not looking at yourself. So the most important thing is to look within and to cater to yourself, to really do those inner shifts and inner releasing and doing the moon blood magic rituals and practices so that you can learn the power that you hold as a woman, the power of your period, and also the manifestation power of your period blood, because your blood holds so many codes from your ancestors and also a lot of nutrients and stem cells and minerals that are very vital for you and for your life and for your plants. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to join us in the Moonblood Magic Masterclass, I highly encourage you to do so. Click the link in the description box below. You will have all the information on exactly what you will be receiving from the Moonblood Magic Masterclass and what kind of results to expect when you start to do these amazing rituals and practices. I put this all together with my time, my energy, and my wisdom, and all the research that I have done and all the testing that I've done on myself over a year. And I'm offering it to you right now for the month of June 2023 for just $47. And in the month of July, I will be upping that price to $97. So if this has been resonating with you and you're really excited to harmonize your relationships, even attract your dream partner, you want to manifest on demand and receive your desires and really learn how to desire as a woman, because you do have that right. That's your dark feminine energy that wants to desire and create, to learn how to co-create the life of your dreams, to also release the physical pain and the emotional heaviness that you carry with you every single time you have your period, to learn to harmonize your energy and to work with your cycles and with your seasons so that you don't have to feel depleted and drained and burnt out. You can actually do the things that you enjoy doing. You can take breaks without guilt and shame. You can rest without guilt and shame, and really start to receive the guidance, the psychic messages that you are meant to receive as a woman, because as a woman, you're an intuitive soul. That's just who you are. And there's no going over this. You do have a very strong intuition. So let it speak to you. Let it show you where it wants to take you. Because really, your soul is the one that holds all of the wisdom of your life. It holds your destiny. It holds your life path. And it's always guiding you. And once you can really start to trust yourself and your intuition and your soul, you're going to see that you will be led to really, really magical and beautiful places. So I'm going to leave you on this note. If ever you have any questions about it, you can always send me an email. I will leave my email in the description box below. And I'm so excited to support you in the Moonblood Magic Masterclass. It's a 90-minute self-paced masterclass, which means when you purchase it, you have it for life. You can do it on your own time, at your own pace. It is totally do-it-yourself, DIY. And you also get a manifestation guidebook, okay? It comes with all the rituals, and trust me, you want to do these rituals. They will make you feel fucking powerful and allow you to connect with your ancestral fire. And this is how we co-create and manifest, guys, by using our emotional charge as women to call in what we want. Also have the manifestation guidebook forever. And this manifestation guidebook also includes keynotes from the masterclass so that you don't have to worry about going back and rewriting all your own notes. But I also leave you some space for you to add your own notes because the manifestation guidebook is printable. So you'll be able to print it and even take notes while you're listening to the masterclass. And there are also some fun gifts inside, so you definitely want to watch it and then watch till the end so that you can have access to my secret little gift that I'm offering you just for choosing yourself and for investing in yourself and investing in your expansion. All right, I am so excited for you to access your divine feminine power through your period. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, and of course, subscribing. And remember, there are no accidents or coincidences in this universe. Your soul led you to this video for a reason, and that's because you are ready to unlock the power of your period. All right, I will see you in another video. Bye.